Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. I'm going on a bit of a magic mission today. So I'm going to get as many things that will help me with magic as I can find. The gem trader here has a sapphire. That is exactly what I need to make an amulet of magic. Also going to need a few other things. Namely, an amulet mold, a gold bar, and a ball of wool. We can get these one step at a time here. Amulet mold from the crafting trainer. Then we can hop down in the Varrock West Bank basement and get ourselves a telegram on the gold bar here. We head to Ardoin. We can run up to the adventuring supplies store to get a ball of wool. Then all we need is a cosmic rune, which we should have purchased while we were back in Al-Kharid. But honestly, a little bit more teleporting around. Not a huge deal at this point. Ball of wool. Convenient furnace. Make a sapphire amulet. 33 crafting. Easily doable. And there's that. Drop the mold. Go get that cosmic rune we need. And then we're going to need a lot of other runes too. But the cosmic rune is the first priority. Allie Morsane continues to have our rune supply. A singular cosmic rune. All we're going to need for a level 1 enchant. And there is an Amulet of Magic. Amulet of Accuracy is okay, giving +4. The Amulet of Magic gives +10. So, any bonus we can get from that is pretty good. Also going to want to store some of my Graceful in my house, just to make some inventory space here. We'll head over there. It's going to tell us about how we can't get these back out until we have the full set, but that's okay. Also the boots. So pretty much everything except for the gloves, I guess. It continues on for the whole set here. Very convenient. So we're just going to keep the gloves here. What we need now is to go get melee equipment to train magic. It's going to be a process, but it's doable. Buy back the climbing boots from Tenzing for only 12 gold. A very good price. Pop those right on our feet. And we're going to need to go back to Al-Kharid again. Forgot another thing. This is a multi-step process I'm trying to work out here. I kind of want to have everything before I head out, because it's going to be a ways away from anything else. So I need to go back to the crafting store and get a needle and thread. So I'm going to be training melee, doing some crafting, and then magic. It's all going to work out just how I want. Just need to be prepared here. Needle, some thread. Looks good. And I suppose we might as well go and grab all of the runes we're going to want. This will be easier with a less full inventory, but doable. This will probably just drop the cakes to make enough space to buy a lot of runes at the same time. Also, we're not going to need these fire runes, so those can leave. Won't get anything for selling those back. Only needed those for when I didn't have the fire staff to kill the tree spirit. Now, trade Aubrey here. Gonna get myself plenty of mind and air runes. I think 5,000 casts should do it. Oh yes, a lot of magic training is coming in. Magic is always a useful thing to have, and 43 just is not cutting it at this point. Quick jump here through the Ferox Enclave. Restore our run, because why not? And it's off to the Castle Wars portal. There's no way back from Castle Wars, but that's okay. And now we're over here. And we can head up to the Goblin Village area near the observatory to pick up super anti-poisons. Now it's only one dose, and I'm going to need more than one dose. So I'm going to hop worlds a bit. Probably get 3 full potions. Probably be good. There it is, 1 dose. So 12 world hops. Accidentally clicked end record there for a second. Anyways, world hopping. It works. As long as you don't do too much and get kicked out. But just 12 is not a huge deal. So I will get on with that. That should be more than enough anti-poison. And now, I'm going to make good use of my Ardoin Cloak and my Draven Staff to head over to the Fairy Rings. To get to a location that would be much more difficult to get to previously. Instead, the whole world is connected to the whole world through dozens and dozens of teleport locations. To the Chasm of Fire in Shazian. And bam, we're now all the way over here. This is exactly where we need to be for the next step of the plan. And also, where our armor is stashed. Over here, by the combat ring, we've got our full adamant nicely situated. But we don't need that quite yet. Because what we're going to do first, well, what we need to do first, in fact, is some Shazian favor. They won't let us attack lizardmen until we have 5% favor. And the only option for gaining favor at the start is med packs. At a whopping 0.1% each. So that means we need to administer 50 med packs with 4 free inventory space. There's going to be many more awkward shenanigans required as an Ultimate Iron Man. So, having 4 free inventory space truly is quite the luxury. Let's get these guys healed up. And with this one, that is the 5% favor we needed. Now we get to fight lizardmen. Our stats are a little on the low side, so we're going to go to a good place for this, where we won't be attacked too much. Get our full armor on, scimitar in hand. Let's get to the location where we're fighting lizardmen. Venturing out past the walls of Shazian, which honestly does look a little bit less impressive with roofs off, but playability. Heading down here to this island is a multi-combat zone where the lizardmen mostly fight the soldiers. So we are free to come in here and do a bit of damage to each of the lizardmen, as long as we make sure that we're not the only one attacking them. There are these lizardmen over here across the river that can sometimes aggro on us, but for the most part we can just fight these lizardmen here, looking for a variety of drops. And immediately, there is one of them. Zrishian Fabric. We are going to be taking 12 of these to make our new magic robes. Of course, we need to actually get 12 of them first. But that's doable. Also, of note, are lizardmen fangs, which will be useful if/when we get the other most important drop here. Hopefully, that comes through for us. Probably not going to be picking up any seeds, because I'm not really doing farming right now. So, mostly just looking for the fabric, the fangs, and the talisman, which we also immediately got. Okay. Pretty sure that's a 1 in 250 at this point, but we got in like 5. So, that's good. I'll take it. We can add the lizardman fangs to this talisman, and it works as a teleport to various places around Great Corrend, which is going to be super useful. So I'm going to be hoping to get more of these, because if you get another one, you can break it down for 100 teleport charges. But yeah, that went very well. Now we're mostly just waiting around for all the fabrics. Awesome. Fantastic. There is the last piece of fabric I needed. Make the hat. And that is full Zrishian robes. Now we can switch from our melee setup to our magic setup. Have to take off the shield for the magic accuracy, or keep it on for defense. But hopefully 51 defense by itself will be enough. One thing that was slightly unfortunate was these lizardmen over here don't count for gaining the 0.1% favor each time. Very specifically has to be the ones up here in the canyon. But those don't have a whole bunch of NPCs attacking them all the time. So you actually have to take damage a whole bunch, which is suboptimal. I think I'll put the adamant away, just because it weighs a whole bunch. Currently rocking 37 kilograms of equipment. And then we can go do some magic. Okay, sand crabs. Prepare to get fire striked. Just a whole bunch of times. Our defense is abysmal. And we're already taking damage. That does not bode particularly well. Well, I will see if this is enough defense for this. Worst case scenario, we can run up to town and get some more cake. But overall, this should be working very nicely. Tons of magic levels. Let's see how high we can get. 5,000 fire strikes later. 53 magic. Which is significantly better than 43. Some big highlights of those levels. Camelot teleport. Ruby enchants. Ardoin teleport. High level alchemy with a wizard mind bomb. But overall, a good upgrade in our magic level. But still not quite high enough. So I'm going to get some more runes. Because we have all this money. And we might as well make use of it. And it's going to be a lot of runes. 10,000 casts. That should be enough to get me a bit further. We're not bringing these straight back to sand crabs quite yet. I have a different target in mind. Making use of the fairy ring system, I'm going to go to the Enchanted Valley. Because over here are some monsters that are going to drop things that I want. I need an axe. Then we can chop down a tree to spawn tree spirits. Get Fire Strike back and set up. They are level 120 because their level is based on brackets of what your level is. So, in theory, you could come here earlier in the account to get lower level tree spirits. That's not a huge deal. Unfortunately, they do not give damage experience at the same rate as other monsters do. So I'm mostly just going to be getting the splashing experience, but with the addition of getting drops from monsters. So what we want to get here are axes. We've got this black axe, and we still need to get that stored in a stash unit, but we'll do that after this. We have 40 woodcutting, so we could be using an adamant axe, and we're just a logs chop away from being able to use a rune axe. So that's what we really want to get here. They're definitely not the quickest to kill, but along with all the axes, they also have some other decent drops. Good amount of nature runes, and then like herbs and such, which we won't really be keeping. But it's not too rare of a drop, so it's very doable here. Let's see what we can get from the first kill. Fire Strike, still working pretty well. And we get a Quarm Seed. Fantastic. No, not really. So I'm going to be safe spotting behind this plant, getting some axes and such. See how long this takes. Well, that went pretty well. There's a rune axe. And a grimy snake dragon just disappeared. Snapdragon. Only got a mithril axe before the rune axe, so I'd call that pretty lucky. So I guess we can use the mithril axe to get this last 1500 woodcutting experience before we get rid of it. Technically, we could keep that for a future clue scroll. Or quest, rather. Yeah, it might be a clue scroll thing. But if we need another mithril axe, it's easy enough to just come back here and get one later. So I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, I'm taking the remaining 9,600 mind runes I've got and heading back to sand crabs. Wow, one log from that oak tree. Okay. Well, that's fine. More magic training. And there is 60 magic. Really big milestone level here. The level up message is a little bit underwhelming for how big of a deal this is. Charge Earth Orbs, Thameron's Scepter, Bones to Beaches. That is not what you get level 60 magic for. Anyways, along the levels, we unlocked a variety of good things. High level alchemy, which I'm going to use on this mithril axe here. That is going to be invaluable for like the entire playthrough. Getting the most amount of money from any random stuff. Diamond enchant. It's going to come in pretty handy. Watchtower teleport. If I had finished that quest. Fire blast. Without needing to boost. And the real kicker. The god spells. Although that is going to be a little bit of a process. We will get to that later. For now, I got this easy clue scroll. So let's go get that done. First step is very easy. Go to the games room and take off all your equipment. Assuming I have the inventory space. Very easy though. And would you look at that? Absolutely perfect amount of inventory space. Even if we didn't have enough room, it's easy enough to drop a few things for a few seconds. So this isn't a huge deal. Next one is in Port Khazard. So I'm going to make use of the Ardoin cloak here. Since I just used my minigames teleport, at least we'll have a convenient teleport over to this side of the map. And I guess we have more teleports now, like the Ardoin teleport itself. But in this situation, the cloak is in fact closer. So we just need to go to the dock here. Because we can put our stuff back on. Make some room. Just a crate right down here. Very easy. I mean, it is an easy clue. Can't be too surprised. And the last one is in Lumbridge. Or maybe not the last one. Another one is in Lumbridge. I think easy clues can be more than 3 steps, but at any rate, oh, there you go, casket. Perfect, awesome. And if we get anything fancy from this, we can just grab ourselves back over to our house and put it in there. So let's see if we get anything. We got red elegant legs. Fantastic. Now I think that's going to be part of the red elegant set. So once we put this in our house, we won't be able to take it back out. Well, it's not useful for anything besides that, so here you go. Red elegant legs. Fantastic. Also related to clue scrolls, I want to take care of this black axe. But in order to do that, I need some other items. Here in the crafting store, I'm going to grab a ring mold, an amulet mold. And that should be all I need. Yep. Head to Varrock. I'm going to go down into the basement and grab 5 gold bars. I only need 1 piece of jewelry, but it's a piece of jewelry that requires level 34 crafting. So I need to make something to get crafting experience before I can actually make the thing. So 5 gold bars coming right up. It really would be super convenient if I could just get this ruby ring, because that is the item that I need. But unfortunately, it's put in here just the right way that I can't grab it. A bit silly, but it's okay. Alright. So we've got the gold. We've got the molds. But if we want to make a ruby ring, we're going to need a ruby. And I just need to hope that it is in stock here at the gem merchant. And it is indeed. Hasn't even been overstocked. Perfect. That has a 10-hour respawn. So that's a lot. Eventually, I'm going to need like 250 rubies. So that's going to be a lot of world hopping. But that is a problem for a bit later. So I think we'll be okay. Let's use these gold bars over at the furnace here. In order to get the most experience out of this gold bar, I grabbed the amulet mold. So we can make... I did not click a number there for the X. The X I want this time is 4, so I don't accidentally make all these gold bars into gold amulets. That's worth alching. Just for the magic experience, I suppose. There is a 34. We can now make ruby rings, which is item 2 out of 3 that we needed for this clue scroll. Technically, I think we're losing money high alching these gold amulets, but we're also getting magic experience out of the deal, so I say it's worth it. Last item we need is back in Varrock again. I'm being very cavalier with my law runes now, since I can just go buy tons of them whenever I want. 2.5 million gold. It's not going to last forever, but it does allow for much easier teleportation, which I appreciate. Over here in the Champions Guild, Guildmaster, always welcoming us. Come upstairs. I think it's going to be with Elaine? No. Other guy. Scavo. I need a coif. Can't wear a coif, which does slightly bring into question this whole clue scroll thing. But if I actually got the clue requirement, I could go get 20 range. Would not be a huge deal. But now, that is all 3 items we needed here. So now we just need the items for making the stash unit, which are all nicely sourced here in Varrock. I've got an axe to chop trees. I got a general store here that sells a hammer. I just need to make my way up to the sawmill, make myself 2 regular planks. And then we're actually coming right back here to Varrock to make this stash unit. Also grabbed the 10 nails I needed over at the sawmill. I'm just going to build this bush, store stuff in here with my bank pin. Great. It really does catch me off guard every time that screen comes up. Anyways, a coif, a black axe, and a ruby ring in our first easy stash unit. So that's pretty nice. Black axe is slightly difficult to come by, so that's why I kept it around. But now, that is completed. And we can go to our house and store our first ever clue scroll item, is what I would say if we had the chest here. Okay. Let's see here. House options, ability mode on. What level is required for this? 48. Alright. Not quite. Well, I'm not going to drop the red elegant legs because I refuse to do so. So these are going to be coming along for the ride for a little bit here. Oh, there's red elegant legs. They're going to go places no red elegant legs have ever been before. Yep. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Interestingly, we have this magic wardrobe and these magic robes. So you'd think these would go in here, but they do not. Things that are magic, though, include fishing rods and a hammer and a fish. So, and a saw. So these magic robes go in the armor case because they're magic armor, I guess. But if you search the magic wardrobe, it also has other magic robes and more armored magic robes in the blood bark. So it feels like they kind of just put these in at random between the magic wardrobe and the armor case, but that's fine. So we can't actually store those Rishians either. And as easy as that also would be to get back, I also kind of want that still. So construction to at least a base level is definitely in the immediate plans here. But first, we got 60 magic. And that means the god spells and the god cloaks, which are much better than the Ardoin cloak, at least for magic. So that is what we're going to be doing next time. Because next time is going to be more of an event. Next time. Goodbye.